For today's Bible study, we'll be going through chapter 2 in Lamentations. First, I'll read through the chapter right now, and then, like I mentioned in yesterday's Bible study, because of the kind of writing in this book, that it's because the writing is more of a reflection on the disaster that has happened, and because of the destruction that has happened to the temple and for the Jews, for God's people being taken as slaves, as the author is writing about his emotions about this, I think for this current Bible study, it would be better just to reflect and to study a few things within the chapters instead of necessarily reading each verse for this particular book in all the chapters, reading all the negative things that the author is writing about. So perhaps for this book it'll be a little bit different than most other books I'll be recording, Lord willing, Bible studies for. But in chapter 2 we'll start. How the Lord has covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger. He has cast from heaven to earth the glory of Israel, and has not remembered his footstool in the day of his anger. The Lord has swallowed up, he has not spared all the inhabitants of Jacob. In his wrath he has thrown down the strongholds of the daughter of Judah. He has brought them down to the ground, he has profaned the kingdom and its princes. In fierce anger he has cut off all the strength of Israel. He has drawn back like his right hand from before the enemy, and he has burned in Jacob like a flaming fire, consuming round about. He has bent his bow like an enemy, he has sent his right hand like an adversary, and slain all that were pleasant to the eye. In the tent of the daughter of Zion, he has poured out his wrath like fire. The Lord has become like an enemy. He has swallowed up Israel, he has swallowed up all its palaces. He has destroyed its strongholds, and multiplied in the daughter of Judah mourning and moaning. And he has violently treated his tabernacle like a garden booth. He has destroyed his appointed meeting place. The Lord has caused to be forgotten the appointed feast and Sabbath in Zion, and he has despised king and priest in the indignation of his anger. The Lord has rejected his altar, he has abandoned his sanctuary. He has delivered into the hands of the enemy the walls of her palaces. They have made a noise in the house of the Lord, as in the day of an appointed feast. The Lord determined to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion. He has stretched out a line. He has not restrained his hand from destroying, and he has caused rampart and wall to lament. They have languished together. Her gates have sunk into the ground. He has destroyed and broken her bars. Her king and her princes are among the nations. The law is no more. Also, her prophets find no vision from the Lord. The elders of the daughter of Zion sit on the ground. They are silent. They have thrown dust on their heads. They have girded themselves with sackcloth. The virgins of Jerusalem have bowed their heads to the ground. My eyes fail because of tears. My spirit is greatly troubled. My heart is poured out on the earth because of the destruction of the daughter of my people. When little ones and infants faint in the streets of the city, they say to their mothers, "Where is grain and wine?" As they faint like a wounded man in the streets of the city, as their life is poured out on their mother's bosom. How shall I admonish you? To what shall I compare you, O daughter of Jerusalem? To what shall I liken you as I comfort you, O virgin daughter of Zion? For your ruin is as vast as the sea. Who can heal you? Your prophets have seen for you false and foolish visions, and they have not exposed your iniquity so as to restore you from captivity. But they have seen for you false and misleading oracles. All who pass along the way clap their hands in derision at you. They hiss and shake their head at the daughter of Jerusalem. Is this the city of which they said, the perfection of beauty? a joy to all the earth.